Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, I know you read the title, and yes, I was able to get funded 100K in 2 days, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. For starters, I just want to talk about the fact that when you're using a prop firm, you're not actually getting the funding of the account, you're getting the funding of the drawdown. So technically, I got funded $6,000, not 100 grand. Just want to put that out there for anybody that questions prop firms or the actuality and the risk that you take with it. And also, I will also show you guys exactly what trade I took that got me funded in 2 separate days on 2 separate accounts. So we're going to go over that in this video. Wanted to change it up, so let's do that. Those two together are going to bring a lot of volatility. Any red folder news when you're on Forex Factory is going to give you that red folder activity, and when it does, it's going to be high volume during those times, especially like I said, if it's a red folder. So when I saw those, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a news trade, and that's what I planned. So for Wednesday, this was the trade. I don't know why this is out here. This was the trade from Wednesday that I got my first funded account from, or not my first one, but another one that I got funded. This was going to be for buys on NAS, and as you guys can see, I got my entry model. Once it hit this line right here, this was point of control for the day of the week. So at Wednesday, it was going to be point of control for this day right here. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, let's take a trade. We're going to make this a little bit high risk. And I took the trade right after the news. I actually wasn't trying to trade the actual news. I was going to wait until the data was provided and then set up a trade, look for it, and then take it. And I'm glad that I did, because as soon as I took my trade, it just started picking up. It went in drawdown a tiny bit, maybe I would say 50, 40, 60 bucks, and then shot right up. This was a 1 to 5, and I was able to get $4,000 right off of this. I'll throw it up on the screen now. It actually was a fat trade, and I didn't even mean to hold it for that long. I only needed to make 3,000 on the account, and I actually stepped away from my computer for a bit, and the first few minutes I was already up a good amount before it started giving a little rejection and then carrying up. So at this point, when I was already up here, I just kept all the money in and just let it ride until I got to my take profit. I think I was already at 25 or 2200 at this point, and I just carried it all the way up. And then for my second account, I caught this on Thursday, and again, it was a buy opportunity. It was right around that news opening mark, and as soon as I took the trade, it shot right up, hit my take profit immediately. It was a 1 to 2, a little bit more risk. That one was for 3,000, and again, simple, plain and simple. It came down, almost wicked me out, and that's why, guys, you always want to be careful when you're setting up stop losses and take profits. You always want your take profit to be a little bit less than you're actually putting it, and you always want your stop loss to be a little bit more, just in case it comes down, almost wicks you out, and then fully reverses and comes back up, which it did that exactly right here. So those were my trades that got me funded. It actually was crazy when it happened, because I just got the accounts as a joke. I just was like, hey, you know what, let me get funded a couple more accounts. I'm already doing a couple, and those were for a different prop firm. It was for Apex. I'll throw the certificates on the screen now. And at that point, I was like, cool, that was pretty easy. I can news trade. I don't recommend news trading, guys. It's not the most profitable, and 9 times out of 10, you will bet against the market unless you're waiting. So my first trade, that was a little more risky than my second trade, and that's because I waited on my second trade before putting an entry. My first trade, I actually had a stop order set before the news even happened, and then it got activated. So I just wanted to briefly go over this and talk about how it's not that hard to get funded, and it really comes down to consistency. It comes down to knowing what you're doing and actually planning something out. Now, if I went and I news traded and I was like, okay, I'm just going to put a sell no matter what because it's going to go down, I'm betting against myself, because it's data that's being provided that you're trading on. It's not just the market at this point. It's not just volatility. It's not a trend. No, it's data that's being provided, and that drives the candle for news. So anytime you're using a funded account and you're going to trade news, always use less lots. Never trade full max lots, or even one extra one compared to your regular one, because you will always feel horrible when you have repercussions when you're trading these accounts and it goes in the opposite direction. So just keep that in mind, guys. And again, I just wanted to go over this briefly. This is a very short video, but I did want to post this because I thought it would be pretty interesting to see somebody get funded 6K technically, not 100K, but whatever makes you happy, basically. Get funded in 2 days and use it just news in one simple strategy, one simple trade. So it really comes down to just knowing how to do the process, knowing your plan, knowing your trading style, and following it and sticking to it. So just wanted to get that out there, talk to you guys briefly. And again, I'll probably keep this posted. Let's see how far we can take these two accounts. I already have 100K in funding, so now with this is now 200K in funding. So it's a good thing to do, and it definitely is helping me add more revenue in my pocket, more capital to my trading, and just more money to my life. So I'm going to keep going, keep doing it, keep pushing. I still have 10 more accounts to get past, and with all the accounts passed, that's going to be over 500K in funding, or technically over 25 grand if you're just using the drawdown. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and stay blessed.